I think we can bring jobs back from overseas. We lost jobs for certain reasons, and I think we can reverse the process and bring them back. I've been spending some time trying to get people interested in the process with not too much luck. So I'm going to lay it out right now and see if I can get some adherents, some people that think along the same lines I do. Traditionally, there are 4 reasons to move a company: lower wages, lower taxes, fewer regulation, and all other reasons combined. To bring a job back, a manufacturing job back into the United States, we just have to reverse the process that took the job away in the first place. Let's say we went to a desk manufacturer who currently is making all his desks in China. And we said to him, hey, what would you need to bring your desk manufacturing operation back into the United States? And he would give us some numbers. And then we would set out to meet those numbers. Let's say we would set up as our goal that every employee would make $10 an hour, a flat $10 an hour. But unlike $10 an hour paid today in manufacturing or in service industries, taxes, huge amounts of taxes are paid out, plus the management has to pay additional taxes, yada, 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 yada. So as a result, the guy makes $10 an hour, walks home with about $7 an hour. No. Our guy is going to make $10 an hour, and he's going to keep $10 an hour. He's not going to pay a dime in taxes. But there'll be a deficit in taxation, the tax money that flows to the local governments and to the federal government. How do we make that up? Well, you have to realize that when John, our little employee, was sitting home, he and his family were pulling in thousands of dollars worth of subsidies. Those subsidies would end with him taking this job. And the money that the government saves by not having to pay him money and benefits and all these other things is what subsidizes or makes up for the loss in taxation. So jobs returned from China would come into the United States totally tax-free. The building, the property, the real estate taxes, the equipment tax, the inventory taxes, all these taxes would not be paid. They would be assessed, and then the money made up by the fact that John is no longer making or receiving government subsidies. So we would try for a wash, and accountants could easily set this up so that a company who said, okay, we'll bring our product back. Let's say we're making little cheap calculators. We're going to bring those back to the United States. We're going to build those in the United States. Okay, but we're going to have to build a factory or recondition a factory. We're going to have no taxation and da-da-da-da-da. And these are the numbers in order to meet it. But we're going to employ 100 people. Well, 100 people currently get over $3 million a year. That's considering everything. And that $3 million would then become available to compensate for the taxes not paid by this little unit. This would be like Roosevelt's work programs. Only difference would be that we're not doing public works. We're not working for the government or for a subsidiary of the government or someone that's contracted to the government. What we're doing is working for private manufacturers who are set up with a unique kind of non-taxing environment that would allow these jobs to come back in hopefully a profitable nature. Now, within the countries overseas, places like China, they are having to raise wages. There's a tremendous amount of environmental concern. There's a tremendous amount of taxing that's now being figured out for these countries. And the yuan, which is the Chinese currency, is slowly being raised in value. This has caused the products that come from China to slowly raise their costs. And over a long period of time, this is to our advantage, so that the programs I'm suggesting are not in perpetuity. They're temporary. Maybe till 2025, maybe till 2020. I don't know. Nobody knows. Let's be honest though, not all jobs could come back. There are some products that are going to be resistant to bringing in under this program. But we can identify those that it'll work, and we can bring those jobs back. And what we're getting for this is we're reestablishing the work ethic in the United States. It also increases the mobility in the classes. Young men from perhaps poor neighborhoods who have shown real skills in management and supervision of their fellow men, motivating people, will have a path out. Collecting a check at for your food or whatever doesn't discern or help us discern who are the talented people. We need to do that. If not, we're not going to be the United States in another 50 years.